So Ralph, my name's Ben. I'm from the narrowband channel. I do mostly narrowband imaging.
Yes.
And of course, I use refractors a lot. See, now you guys, you're a new company?
We're an old company. We're new to the US market.
Ah, I see.
So you might have seen our products rebrand. It's probably better offline, but it's like the Omegon and the TS, right? So they OEM brand our products.
Okay.
And we did try to find some for the US market. This is the iStar Phantom. But so we just enter it ourselves and go through them. So we want to sell to the US market through all the retailers, Ageno Astro, Woodland Hills, Orange County, Mile High, Tolga, all of them. And we're working with the launch in July. Our products are sort of on the way, and they will arrive in June. We designed our lineup around Hoya glass.
Okay. Very good glass, yeah.
Very good glass.
I've been using their filters for 20 years.
Yeah, and it's one of the best low dispersion glasses out there. It was a very... and so we use FCD100 for our triplets and FCD1 for the doubles. Okay. We used to work a lot with ground fluoride, FPL53.
How would that compare to FL53? Because that gets asked about a lot on the forum.
Well, I don't think it's a fair comparison.
Hoya a lot better, huh?
Hoya is very nice glass, okay. Yeah, especially the FCD lineup. Yeah, but you can only get it to a certain size. So for our larger lenses, we get man-made fluoride, ground fluoride, and that's We can make refractors up to 12-inch. The largest we make is a 4-lens 12-inch.
Yeah, it's ironic. Somebody told me you guys were a new company, and I was like, well, they got a huge lineup already.
Yes. And so, because our boss has been working for 30 years, he has like a whole room with negatives, which means you grind the lens the old-fashioned way. I can send you some footage. And then we just put them on a blank, and then we see the fringes. So if you go to the professionals like Stellar View, they do CNC, they pre-generate the curve, and then they do the lap and pitch, and then they put it under an interferometer, because they just don't have a room for negatives that they accumulated in 30 years, right? And that's what makes our lenses so affordable, that we make them the old way, and we measure them all the old way, which is like a more mass manufacturing kind of thing. But we recently acquired a Fizeau in red and a Twyman green in green, so that we can make sure that the lens that we designed is also color accurate and precise over the whole spectrum.
Now, what kind of coatings do you guys use on your glass?
We've been making coatings already for 17 years and longer, so we make our own coatings.
Okay. Yeah, I know there's the cheap coating is just a simple green coating, of course, which you see sometimes easy stuff that comes over across. But I know the multi-coating stuff is many different types of coatings that are layered.
Yes, I mean there's like a sort of standard mix that evolves over time. So if you have an optic like a telescope, like a bino from 10 years, 15 years ago, it's just an unfair comparison with modern glass. They're just so much brighter just due to the coatings. And so in China there are 4 large manufacturers of scopes and then a few smaller ones, right? And of course lots of optic people, but like I said, we've been making a lot of
Fluoride? Yeah.
FPL53, which is kind of similar in coating for the synthetics, for the synthetic fluoride, and so we know what the others are using. We have our own special blend, but it's very comparable to other good companies.
I'm stretching myself a little there. Now here's another question for you. So, is there any hope for like vintage optics that like maybe let's say the coatings are starting to wear off of them, and like getting them recoated? Is that like a possibility? This is just me being curious.
Well, mirrors, it's very easy to strip and like recoat them.
Yes.
But you would have to take the whole thing apart, right? And that's like hours and hours and hours. And then if you would do it in the US, yesterday I met someone, he does fluoride coating.
Really?
So you have like universities and they make the synthetic fluoride, they give it to him and say coat it. And so it's like, where's calcium fluoride, what's the other, magnesium fluoride. So he also does big ones. That's also done in the US. But the costs are just incredible.
Yeah, because I like collecting vintage cameras, so like some of the old big telephoto lenses that have been worn out, and so it's just maybe hope for them. But here, tell me this little guy here, because this I like.
Entry model, $490. It comes with interferometry testing in the red. It's a double lenser. It's 5.5. It's quite fast. We have it's not a reducer, it's just a flat field.
Okay.
It has a little filter tray in the front. It has a CAA. It comes with a CAA. It has a 1 to 10 reducer that's compatible with ZWO.
Okay.
It's a good match for the Daystar Quark. You can put your filters on the thread in the back.
All right.
Screw it on there, and all of our focusers have an adjustable back focus. So you can go from 52.5 to 57.5 millimeters if you add stuff for, whatever you.
Yeah, that would be very helpful to a lot of people I know. Tell me a little bit about maybe.
So it cost $15,000, which is very reasonable, and they are available. Like many of the large refractors have like really, really long waiting lists. We used it at the Texas Star Party, both for night and for the eclipse, and we were very, very happy.
Hey, Ralph, thanks. I learned a little bit today. So.
Sure.